Hey y'all, well, welcome to my channel. I decided I'm gonna make a YouTube channel just to talk about current events and anything else that's on my mind. I'm a big fan of a couple of YouTubers out there I've been watching a lot lately. Doc, Anton Daniels is a good one. I just figured I like to talk a lot. A lot of my friends tell me I talk too much. My wife definitely tells me I talk too much. I make a lot of posts on Facebook about my thoughts on things. I like to get pretty detailed and give some good insight into what I'm thinking. Even had random people ask me if I'd accept their friend request on Facebook just so they can follow what I type. Anyway, so like I said, I'm pretty wordy. I figured why not put it on tape. I just aged myself on that statement, but I figured why not put it on tape, put it online, let people read stuff. Have no followers, don't even have the channel made yet. Literally just decided I was gonna try to film a video. I'm out here running some errands for work. Said I'll film a video, go make myself a page if I enjoy what I'm doing right now, and maybe get some followers. And honestly, I'm not looking to make like a business out of it or make money or any of that kind of stuff. I'm really just looking to have some conversations, get people in the comments asking me questions. Hell, tell me what you like me to talk about or what you want to hear my thoughts on. I can make a video on that. Like I said, I'm not looking for a massive following or making bank. I've got a pretty good paying job. I'm a business owner. I make pretty decent money. I'm not worried about all that stuff. I made a lot better money before 2020, that's for sure, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, so like I said, this is gonna be my first one. A little background on myself. Obviously middle-aged man. I'm sure you can tell by the gray. My only professional background is really in law enforcement. I've kind of made a business for myself here doing IT stuff, I guess you could say, working with computers would be the easiest way to put that. A little bit of programming, a little bit of design, stuff like that. I also work in real estate, which is what I'm out doing right now. I better put my seatbelt on. Sorry, I just left the house. Don't want to film myself breaking the law here. But that's the background on myself. I live out here in rural Georgia, a very small town out here in the country. Close enough to civilization to enjoy where I live, far enough away from all the BS to also enjoy where I live. I've got 2 kids. Well, both of them are almost fully grown. One of them will graduate this year. He'll be 18 in a couple weeks actually. So I guess you could say I'm almost an empty nester. Married to a beautiful wife. We've been married for a long time now. Still as beautiful as ever. But yeah, just your typical middle-aged white guy in rural Georgia. Ironically married to a black woman from Detroit. Very odd combination there, I'm sure, but it works. We keep each other laughing, we keep each other smiling, and we keep each other happy. My family loves her family loves me, at least as far as I know. Life's good, life's good. Well, until I get into politics, then life isn't so good. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else about myself folks should know. Yeah, that's about it. Just your typical guy out here in rural Georgia. So anyway, what topic are we going to hit today on my very first video about? Well, honestly, I've been thinking about doing this for months now. I even told my wife and some friends, like, this would be fun. Maybe get some of my friends that are good at talking points, get them on here with me, do a little one-on-one talk. But I finally decided to kick it in today and give my first try at it after watching that interview last night with Kamala Harris and Bret Baier. Excuse me. If you can call it an interview. So again, by the time this video even gets posted, it'll probably be outdated because like I said, I don't even have a page yet. I don't have anything set up yet. So by the time I get this done and uploaded, you guys are probably gonna be like, why are you still talking about that? That's old. So bear with me, it's my first try. It's not like I have any followers anyway. The interview last night was pretty interesting. The good news is we got to see Kamala's true self. It kind of proves the point that everybody all over the internet is saying about Trump derangement syndrome. They call it TDS. If you haven't noticed, everybody on the left has severe Trump derangement syndrome. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll fill you in on my background with the whole Trump versus whatever. My entire life, I grew up pretty poor. When I say I grew up poor, I mean my own self, my own decisions, not my parents. My parents were just typical middle class. By the time I was old enough to know what it meant, they were poor in my infancy, but they worked hard and got where they were. So, but I grew up poor, and when I say grew up, I mean, you know, once I was able to work and get a place of my own, I made dumb choices. But the point being is, I thought I was a Democrat my whole life. You know, I kind of sided with the working class, poor person, you know, just doing my thing. And honestly, I've never voted for a Republican until Trump came along, and I didn't vote for him in 2016. By the way, I'm sorry if the mic quality on this sucks. I'm just using a regular old GoPro. You know, if I have fun with this and decide to actually make this a thing, I'll get a little clip-on mic I can put on myself so the audio quality is a little better. Hopefully this GoPro does me justice. But I didn't even vote for Trump in 2016. Honestly, I didn't really like the guy. I was like, hey, he's kind of pompous, kind of egotistical. You know, he spouts off at the mouth. You know, he's just a lot of personality traits I didn't like. I still agree with those personality traits, honestly. So I didn't vote for him in 2016. He did a stellar job. I mean, a stellar job in the White House. I don't care what anybody on the left says. I don't care what all the propaganda news media says. He did a stellar job. Maybe he didn't, and I'm just ignorant. I don't know. My life was probably at its peak from 2016 to 19 and a half, because COVID definitely sucked. Well, that'd be a whole nother topic some other day. But he did a stellar job, and that got me backing him. Now, I wasn't like a diehard MAGA, like, oh, MAGA. None of that crap. You know, I wasn't that into it. I was just like, well, he did a good job. I liked what he did. I liked a lot of the policies he made. So, you know, let me see what's up with him in 2020. So when he ran in 2020, that's when I did vote for him, because, you know, at the time I was like, look, this Joe Biden guy, he's been in Washington for half a century and ain't done a damn thing. And you know, and even campaigning, he's not doing anything. He's sleeping in his basement. I remember telling one of my friends at one point, like, we don't even have to go out and vote. This guy there's no chance of him winning. He's terrible. He hasn't said a word. He's just hiding in his basement. There's no chance. I mean, it was almost a joke at the time, like, we'll just go vote to vote, but there's not really any point to it. There's no way he can win. So I did vote for Trump in 2020, and again, not because of a party affiliation. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not anything. I'm just a human being trying to take care of my family and live my life and enjoy my life. But I did vote for him in 2020 after what he did in 2016 to 2020. I thought he did a great job. That obviously went south. Like I said, there'd be a whole other conversation there, what happened in 2020. But the point being is, I'm trying to give you a background on it, is that I'm not some big MAGA, Trump this, Trump that guy. Now, with that said, things have changed a little bit recently. I can honestly tell you, after what's happened over the last couple years in this race and just in general, has definitely converted me a lot into I guess what you would classify as a big MAGA, you know, hardcore MAGA, whatever. Because, I mean, to put it bluntly and not get into too much detail, the easiest way to sum it up is any man that's willing to get shot in the head and keep trying to make my life better, whether you agree with that or not, that he's trying to make my life better. It was better when he was in office, so I'm allowed to have my opinion. My opinion is he will make my life better, because right now it's worse. So any man that's going to take a bullet to the head, granted, yes, I know it skimmed his ear, whatever. Anybody else out there want to, you know, let somebody shoot you through the ear? You know, hope they don't, you know, deviate from their aim a little bit. Any man that's willing to do that and keep fighting, he's got my back 100% now. I mean, or I've got his back 100% now, I should say. I just, that really made an emotional bond for me right there. And I don't mean to sound all weird. I'm just saying, like, it went from like, hey, this guy's a good candidate, I like what he did in office, to, hey, this man is trying to help me and is literally sacrificing himself for me. I care for him now. Like, I literally care for the man now after what he's done during this election. Don't mind the rumble strips there. They're doing some road construction here. I had to cross over. But, you know, just the fact that he's willing to do that. I mean, look at what he's been through in the last, you know, 8 years technically, but look what he's been through this whole thing. This man is rich as hell. This man could just go live his life on a yacht in the Mediterranean and not give a damn. And honestly, I would have. Like, I consider myself an emotionally, you know, tough person. I definitely have my sensitive side, but to the fact of, you know, I don't give a crap what anybody says or does. I would have quit a long time ago. I'd have said, you know what, F all y'all, I'm out of here. You don't want my help, I'm out of here. Hell, I have said that before. We'll get into that on another topic some other day. the fact that he's sticking with it and just taking the beating. I mean, just the hoaxes and the charges and the constant slandering in the media, and just, I mean, people literally calling for him to, someone to put a bullet in him and all this stuff, and then someone tried to multiple times. All the things he's done, and he's still sticking with it and not quitting, which is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of him because they know we support him. All the things he's done and sticking with it, that has transcended my support for him, from a candidate that just has good policy to I actually care for this man now, and am totally comfortable with being called something hardcore MAGA, whatever. Call me, hey, look, there's a Trump Vance sign right there. Call me whatever you want to call me now. The fact that anybody's willing to do that for me, he's got my back, or I've got his back. I keep making that same mistake, saying it backwards. A little dyslexic, I guess. So that's where I'm at now, is I've actually gone pretty hardcore to the right, having spent my entire life thinking I was a Democrat. Again, I'm not affiliated with any party. I mean, Joe Biden could come out tomorrow and say, hey, I'm running again, and I'm gonna get taxes under control. I'm gonna get, America First agenda going on here, where we quit sending shit to all these other countries. I'm gonna take care of you, the people. If he started doing all the stuff that Trump says he's doing, and did, then he would have my back. I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. If Kamala I wouldn't believe her because she's a liar, but if Kamala was, doing all these policies and had always done so, she likes to change up what she's doing. If she had always been that way and had similar policies to Trump, I'd vote for her too. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care where you came from. I don't even care if you could be an octopus for all I care. I really don't care. If you're going to help me and my family and my life have better chances of being successful and just living the dream, you got my vote. So I don't want to confuse anyone thinking that I'm some kind of hardcore Republican or anything like that. But at this very moment in time, you can call me that, because that's who I'm supporting right now. His policies are good. The Republican Party's behind him. I think they're corrupt too. I think all the political parties are corrupt. This is one of the things that attracts me to Trump so much, is that he's not a politician. I mean, he's not. He's a straight shooter. There's no question about how he feels about anything. There's no question about it. Matter of fact, he should probably learn to keep that under control a little better, and learn to BS a little better, because that's what politicians do, and that's what voters want. They want to be BS'd, and that's a sad state that we're in, where people want to be lied to, and they rebel against against reality and truth. Does Trump exaggerate? Hell yeah, he exaggerates so much it makes me laugh. Please don't kill me. Sorry, trash truck had to go around there. He exaggerates so much it's ridiculous. He spouts off at the mouth so much it's ridiculous. I wish he would learn to just shut up. He's got an ego, he's got an attitude, he's got all that stuff. Believe it or not, behind closed doors, I think Trump's actually a really soft and caring man. You can tell just a look in his eyes with like his grandkids and his family and stuff like that. And some of the behind the scenes videos I've seen of him, I really think he's actually a very gentle and kind person. I think he's just tired of being attacked. I think he's tired of being ridiculed and dragged through the mud when all he was trying to do was help us in the first place. Did he make mistakes? Of course he makes mistakes. He's a human being. Will he make more? Yes, he will. Is his attitude going to change and his personality going to change? Nah. He's going to keep being egotistical and spouting off at the mouth, and I'm fine with that, because I'm not trying to be his friend. I'm trying to better my life, and his policies and stuff are going to do that. This isn't, I'm not trying to make friends here with these people, these politicians. I don't care about that kind of stuff. Just do what's right for me, and you got my support. I wish he would learn to get his mouth under control a little bit better, because like I just said, people want to be, BS'd and lied to. It's just where we're at in this world. I feel him. I have a problem with keeping my mouth shut too. I'm pretty firm on saying what I feel and what I believe. So I feel him on that. I've lost friendships over my mouth. And again, I don't talk trash or try to be rude to people or anything, but I'm not going to hide it. If you ask me if your butt looks big in that dress, I'm going to tell you, it does look kind of big in that dress. Maybe you want to try a different one. That's just the way I am. I can't control it. I've tried for decades to control it. It's cost me, like I said, it's cost me friendships and stuff before. I just can't BS. It's not in my DNA. I don't know why. I wish I could pay someone to push it into my DNA, because it helps you advance in life. It is what it is. I'm just going to deal with it. But that's one of the things I like about Trump. There's no question where he stands. You can go watch videos from 20 years ago, and he will be it's the exact same thing he says now. America First. It's all the same stuff. he sounds exactly the same. You know, back when he was doing interviews with Oprah and she was hugging him and telling him how great he is, you know, or he was going on The View and they were telling him how awesome he is and that he should be the president. Yeah, all those videos. Go back and watch them. He acts exactly the same as he does now. He's just a little older and a little fatter. Anyway, I'm almost to my destination here. I'm going to wind this one down. I knew this first one would be kind of short because, you know, I'm new to this. I don't really even know what I'm doing or what I'm saying. And, like, I'm about to be at my destination anyway. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope I can get some followers. Again, not looking to make bank or get all successful off of YouTube. I've got a decent job where I'm at. I just like talking to people. So holler at me in the comments. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Let me know if you got a problem with anything I've said. I'll be glad to discuss with you and talk more. I'm a very open-minded person. I'm not one of those you have to think like me or I hate you. Don't hate you at all. I've got a neighbor about 4 doors down, the hardest core liberal left-wing person, big rainbow flag on the front door. I mean, and love her to death. Good friends. I have no problem with anybody having opposing views of me at all, as long as you don't hate me. I'm a very reactive person. You know, you disrespect me or hate me, I'm going to treat you the same way. You give me respect and take time to listen to what I have to say, I'm going to take the time to listen to what you have to say respectfully too. It's just the way it is. It's the way it should be. I'm Gen X, if you hadn't figured that out yet, and that's how we were raised. We were raised to just treat everybody equally and listen to everybody, have a fun little debate. You know, we'd have fist fights back in our Gen X days, and then we'd shake each other's hand afterwards and go get a beer. I mean, it's just how I was raised. You know, you can argue and fight about one thing. That doesn't mean you can't be friends. Nope, I don't want to miss my UPS store here. I gotta make a little Amazon return. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you'd like me to talk about. Let me know if you even give a damn. You know, if you're like, nobody wants to hear what you got to say, shut this down immediately before you continue. That's fine too. I'll take all the criticism you got, and I will take it with a grain of salt. That's a nice Mustang here. What is this? This is it is a Bullet. That's pretty nice. Anyway, I'm here at the UPS store now. You guys have a good one. Holler at me in the comments. And I forget what all the YouTubers say out there. What, like, subscribe, click this, click that. I don't know. Click the little bell button, I think is what they always tell me to do. So, yeah, holler at me. Take care.